Hey, rebels. Okay, so Spirit wants you to acknowledge yourself, close your eyes, and really look internally. Go deep within your mental thoughts. They've realized that you've had so many lessons, and due to these lessons, you've also had a lot of discouragement. You have gotten to this place where there are so many messages floating around, and due to the fact that there are so many people on one side making one argument, and then there seems to be very few on another side making another argument, and arguments in form of debate. Spirit wants you to look within yourself and realize what works for you. Because obviously you're not in a happy place, though you seem to be content with who you are. You feel that you are in a place of wholeness, that you have centered yourself, but Spirit said, not quite. There is a way of life that we all seem to be born with, of a bucket list, of a checklist, even, of what we should do, what we should have, what we should experience before leaving this experience called life. And Spirit would like for you to go over that bucket list again. Go over that list of experiences and really ask yourself, why does any of this matter to you? Are these things that you really want? Are these experiences that you really yearn for? And for those experiences that you still have remaining on a list, look at those. Do you yearn for it in the sense that you are willing to put in the work without complications from yourself and without compromising your happiness? Because behind the scene, we have seasons. This is a season of you letting go of your burdens and retreating inward to look at the journey that it is that you are choosing to engage with. So if there's any institution, whether it be marriage, children, education, career, fasting, whatever the institution may be that you have remaining on that list, there should be no issue of you being able to give it your all. Spirit would like for you to retreat inward and get yourself prepared to be willing to leave behind the things that are no longer going to remain on your list, that you no longer resonate with. So, as well, Spirit would like for you to understand that this is a very, very important moment in time for you to understand that this soulmate energy is not about love. It's not about seeking out another person. They would like for you to look at yourself. How do you see yourself showing up at each one of these situations without perceiving yourself as a laborer? Right? So obviously, there are things that we have here on earth that we must do because of the way that life was already created before we got here. But how do you find yourself happy? How do you find yourself to be comfortable within these obvious situations and circumstances that you do have to give yourself give yourself as attention to? All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into this even further. Spirit definitely wants you to understand that retreating is most important. See yourself. See yourself, not just, well, I'm this valuable and I want someone or I need people to respect me at the level that I respect myself. It is most important for you to be able to be in a space of flow where you do not feel that you have to compromise. So we're going to pull out some cards to see if we can get some detailed information about what it is that Spirit really, really wants you to look at in the fine print. So bottom of the deck energy, we have silence, frozen, no words, and stonewall. Due to this experience, Spirit is saying that there will be a victory, but you need to be willing to go further. You need to be willing to go deeper. You need to be willing to accept the fact that other people are going to challenge your theories. Other people are going to come along to enforce their beliefs on you. But what do you believe? What satisfies you? For instance, this is so goofy, but you may like chocolate ice cream, and there's many different levels of chocolate ice cream, because if you know anything about Cocoa Pods, you know you can have it at 85%, you can have it at 95, you can have it at a strong bitter 100. But what is your interest? Someone may come along and tell you that chocolate ice cream is not the best thing for you, which it possibly isn't. They may feel like vanilla or strawberry is more of a thing that you should like because of you having similarities of them, of the obvious. You can be female, and because you're a female, they feel that females should do this. You may be a woman, but don't identify yourself as female, but they feel that you accepting the title as female should be something that you should just be okay with. So this can go in so many ways. Think logically about yourself. What can you endure? And no, we're not talking about the pain and the struggles of how much you can take before you break. Spirit wants you to live in such a flow that everything and every experience and every energy that is around you identifies with you, identifies with your core values. Spirit also would like for you to look more so at your mental state of mind. Are you chasing the Joneses? Are you trying to keep up with them? This does not have to be about materialism. This can definitely be about life structure, which most of this message is about life structure. Spirit would also like you to understand that this is the birth of your new beginning. If you allow yourself to look at the politics and the ambition that you resonate with when it comes to the politics, divine power is yours, but the divine needs you to be able to see you in all situations. This is beyond being able to take care of the accountability and awareness of yourself. This is about you realizing that your accountability and your awareness shows up in your peace, your happiness, as well as your sanctuary. So let's go ahead and dig a little bit further. Oh, all right, so these two, we got silence again. Peace. So definitely allow yourself the quiet time to realize, what is it about yourself that you hold close to you, so close to you that it's a fear place, it's a fear-based place that you fear if you were to share this opinion. And I'm saying opinion because your voice, what you need, what you feel needs to be supplemented for you, is seen as opinions to others, though to you it is of value. Understand that what you speak and what you live in the presence of others will always be seen as an opinion, but for you, it is value. So look at yourself, look at your life, evaluate, do an itemized list. What is important for you, and do not accept anything any less of yourself. The expectations of others is one thing, but what is it as far as yourself that you have expectations of? Your silence is so powerful to the extent that if you sit with yourself, hear yourself, feel yourself, allow yourself to be. And there we go, beginnings again. Right, so then you have distance as the third leg over here and curse. All right, bottom of the deck energy, conflicted, and top possibilities. Oh, and at the bottom, oh, okay. We're going to set this right up here. Confirmation with the bottom cards. Honey, and that one sounded like a raging bull. All right. So I feel that all of this is very much so clarifying all that has already been addressed. So look at the possibilities and the potentials of yourself. What is it that you need? What is it that you want? Yes, we hear all these stories of, the experiences of others, what others have lived through. But you have scared yourself in such a place with all this information that you are discouraging yourself from what it is and the type of life that you actually will be willing to abide by due to the crowd's opinion. Here with new beginnings, here with new beginnings and silence. You have the curse. Okay. So we all know and understand that children, babies, are born with a blank slate. But that blank slate get filled up so quickly just based upon this world that we're born into. There's a structure that was had before you even got here. And as you grow up, as you get to the point of, as you have gotten to the point of adulthood, you realize that so much has been laid on your plate and at your table that it is such a blurred view of you being able to see you, because you do not want to disappoint others, or because were born in such a family structure and adapted other structures just for the sake of surviving to the point of this current existence. Spirit said, look at those things. If you lose people due to you being able to live your life the way that you choose, it's no fault of your own. It's a choice. It's a choice of a matter of you being able to experience your life to the fullest of its potentials. You are not going to be able to please everyone with your decisions, but Spirit needs you to look at your choices and understand that your choices are your identity. Spirit would like for you to understand that in order for you to live in peace, peace also means your security. Peace also means your safety. And someone wants me to shut up because if my jaws are not trying to lock on me right now. So obviously we're on the right path with this message, which I had no doubt about. Here with distance, and we're going to come back here because there's so much more that can be said about that. Here with distance, we have peace and releasing. You may actually be in a situation where you have children or where you have other responsibilities and obligations that are closely tied to being in the presence of others constantly. Spirit said, make time for yourself. Create space. Even if you allow yourself to take an extra 10 minutes coming back from the store, but stop sitting in your car right in front of the house and dreading going in, because that energy that you allow yourself to be in the presence of, staring at that house and not leaving the car, you're actually building up the anxiety and frustration that is going to defeat you. So Spirit said, realize where you can create space, and so you can adapt yourself to being able to see yourself in all of the matters that are yours, that you are connected to, whether this be family, whether this just be a task that just seems to be so overwhelming because though you started it, it just seems that the ending of it, the finishing of it, the completion of it, just seems to be so far off at distance that you feel that you will never be able to complete it, that you would never be able to unravel whatever the issue that is holding you up is. The conflict is you. This is not to say that you're the problem. The conflict is you. You are so conflicted with family and boundaries. You are so conflicted on hearing yourself and standing stern on when you are able and when it is your right and in your own authority to be able to say no. Whether it's no, I will not do this, or no, this is not for me, or no, I just don't know right now. You do not have to have all the answers. Just get in tune with yourself and center yourself. Centering yourself is not selfish. It is not selfish for you to do, for you. It is necessary. It is required of you to be able to see you in all matters that you are in relations to. So just like you've gotten to the place of being able to have awareness of yourself, I do this, I do that, I don't like that. Just like you've gotten to the place of being able to have accountability of yourself. Yes, I did that. I don't like that I did that, but it happened. And all other matters of awareness. Spirit said we don't need to dive too deep into that because it's extremely personal for you. Separate your life experiences from the community's experience. Understand that everything that one person experiences is not going to be your experience. Now, you decide. Spirit said this is important now. You decide to proceed forward with something. Do not challenge other people's experiences. Do not challenge other people's ideas of the outcome. Invest yourself in situations, scenarios. Invest yourself as you are, not as how you portray yourself to possibly, potentially become if confirmation, if you are to continue on due to the understanding that other people have. What's the word we're looking for, Spirit? The end result. You have to realize that so much of life is about doing what's easy. And people have scared themselves away from being able to look at experiences as not being challenges, but just living in the moment. And Spirit really wants you to live in the moment, but decompartmentalize all the ideas that you have heard others have about what the end result will potentially be. Because just as your voice is heard as an opinion, you have to understand that their voice too is an opinion. So you're going backwards just a little bit. You're going backwards to that adolescence behavior of, you know what? I won't know until I try. But Spirit said, keep yourself safe. Live in the awareness of when something doesn't feel right, what should you do? Don't wait for something or someone to come along. 1919. Don't wait for something or someone to come along and continue to wave a red flag in your presence. When you see something is wrong, call it out or move about. I like that. All right. So let's dive in even further. So we have no need to fear. And we have, what is this? Communication. Oh, communication. Okay, read some more. elemental message. And at the bottom you have you can't go back to yesterday. Over conflicted. All right. And then we also have clock time, pressure, and a rush. And at the overall bottom, we have becoming braver, resilience. Spirit said there's no need to rush. Yes, there's a lot of time behind you where you coulda, you felt that you shoulda. And now looking back, if you knew what you knew now back then, you felt that you would have. Spirit is saying everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. Because if they had gave you what you are looking back at, if they would have gave that to you back then, you also know how you would have fucked it up. And Spirit didn't want you to fuck it up because this is an experience. Whatever's on your mind right now is an experience that Spirit wanted you to keep. And they wanted you to know how to nurture. And they want you to know how to communicate properly with it. So obviously this is an idea that you've had of your dreams. Now, I don't know if this is the concept of relationships, if this is a concept of business, if this is a concept of just backpacking and seeing where life takes you. Whatever this is for you, it may even be something that I did not specifically address. Whatever this is for you, Spirit said in order to receive it, you have to not just believe in it and become braver and believe in yourself. There is a message here of you being able to see yourself as complete, see yourself as whole, see yourself living in a life of luxury because you made this choice and you saw this as value. So let's get some more. Oh, somebody wants to be seen. Who is this? Confirmation. And here it is. I thought we were going to pull so many, but Spirit said that this is your performance of a lifetime, of your lifetime. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Oh, even better. All right. So we have overall energy, individuality, powerful woman, performance, and student. You are the master of yourself. You have been the student of yourself. I'm hearing the eye of the tiger. Okay? If you know that song, then you know it. I'm also hearing when you got that glow. And the group TLC is definitely coming out for some reason. Confirmation. Oh my goodness. And they try to close the door. Spirit said, see yourself achieving that. See yourself living in a lapse of luxury, just luxury on top of luxury. And when I say lapse, I mean it's all coming in together. Spirit said, bring it all together. No one can live your life experience but you. Now, though someone can give their opinion, though others can definitely collaborate with each other and come to form with each other and say, give you every reason of why you shouldn't, your internal self has been screaming out. Release yourself. Have that good cry. Have that good cry of release that you no longer feel resistance. Okay, a little bit more of the Kipper-ish. Why do we want the Kipper-ish? Oh, okay. Oh, yep, there it is. Let go of that entity attachment that's holding on to you. This is not someone else projecting onto you. This is yourself fearful of what you look like on the other side of this. Ignorance is bliss. There's a level of ignorance that you have not allowed yourself to see about yourself. No one knows everything. No one can tell you what your life is going to look like if you make a choice. The thing that makes it so easy for them to be able to predict how things are going to turn out for you. It's the fact that they have invested and projected their fear and their doubts into you and your understanding. Know what and realize what it is that you are signing up for. And you signed up for this human experience. You did not sign up for this human experience to see how small you can make yourself. You signed up for this human experience to see how grand you can make life. Because the greatest challenge of anyone's life experience is going against all odds, baby. And going against all odds, honey, the Jezebel in you, the greed, the need for attention, the need for validation and gratification. Let it go. You need to see you. All right. The Spirit said, take this deck, look up, and and let it go. Okay. Twin. There it is. Twin flame pathway. You are on this journey by yourself. Spirit said, really look at how you see the twin flame journey. The twin flame mission is what I heard. But out my mouth came journey. Spirit said, look at how you see the twin flame journey. You have had so many twin flames. You have had so many soulmates enter your life. Remember, you're in this season of transition, right? You're in this journey of letting go of your burdens. And the burden that Spirit really wants you to let go of is the idea that someone needs to be there to witness and that someone needs to be there to hold your hand. Who's going to be there to witness is going to be there to witness it. And those who miss out are unfortunately going to be those who you wanted to have on this journey with you. But Spirit said, let go of that attachment. Let it go. Because this is about you. Okay, so at the bottom you have experiment. Trial and error. Try out. Amazing. Okay. And it reads, life is a consistent question that can never be answered. It can only be lived. Life is full of little experiments. Keep attempting long enough, and pretty soon the experiment will pay off. Right. Love it, like it. And I love it and like it because it just clarifies everything. And solitude. Okay. Solitude. Yes, it says you really are as an individual. It says discover who you really are as an individual. And then at the bottom, there you got the elephant. It says forgiveness. If you are feeling angry about a past issue, the elephant is asking you to discover the more vulnerable feelings behind that anger. You are being asked to forgive and be gentle with others. But Spirit said not necessarily with others, but ultimately and overall with yourself. Top card. 5555. Clarity. Okay. So excited for you. It says great transformation. Bear with me. You aren't a victim of circumstances. Rather, you aren't a victim of circumstances. Rather, you are the beneficiary of it. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to this shift. Okay. Everything is working out for the best. At long last, You are accomplishing what you set out to do. Everything will work out perfectly in the end. So if you need to re-listen to this message, by all means do. Because the confirmation definitely was given to you at the ass end of this message. And your tail is the one that's on the line. Your experience is the one that you have the feelings that no one else can resonate with. You are the one that's having these inklings that is pulling you in a certain direction. Spirit said, don't defeat yourself by not listening to yourself. And it says, Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go. So, Rebels, I love you so much. And I'm going to set you up on your way up. Split the deck. Rebirth. Reevaluate. Identify what's your message, even in the fear-mongering of everyone else's message. Do not do this with big ego. Just live your life understanding that your ego is always going to be there. And pride comes before the fall. So resonate with that however you need to. Set top card. Oh, higher calling, baby. Baby, you have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your mastery, your majesty. You will find success with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. So even if you feel like you haven't yet to meet your community, and it's a lion, it's lions. Even if you feel as if you have yet to come in coexistence with your community, Spirit says spiritually, you're already on your journey there. They just need you to pack it on up, tie up these loose ends, because you, with this camel, honey, and another lion, with this camel, you have all the strength that you need to get you to the next level, right? Nourish yourself. Definitely make sure that you're hydrating yourself. Definitely make sure that you're getting the rest that you need, and so you can think with a clearer mind. Now, do understand, you can drown yourself. It's called dry drowning. You can drown yourself by consuming too much water. Okay, but don't scare yourself from drinking it. You can definitely scare yourself away from your journey by looking at how things turned out for other people. Remember, you can only live your life. You can also, confirmation, you can also overexhaust yourself by getting too much rest. Confirmation. So Spirit said, make sure that you are getting a proper balance. It's not going to be perfection, but make sure that you are not overdoing your consumption of water or rest or your time listening to others. Unload yourself, because enough is enough. And I feel that you've had more than enough that has gotten you to this place of what to do next. Proceed how you feel is best for you, and hold yourself accountable for any missteps, and understand that mistakes happen for a reason, and so you know what to do and how to invest, where to invest the next time as you proceed forward. Just because there's a mistake had does not mean that you are supposed to completely stop yourself from moving forward. Now, if this has anything in your mind in detail to do with your connections to another person, Spirit said, do not let them be a liability to you, but invest where you need to invest. Collaborate where it's a must for you to collaborate. But make sure that you do it in a safe regards of yourself. Spirit said, one more. Okay. And okay. 1221. I love the number 1221. It says, take the initiative. Work with what you have, and it will get you places. Count your blessings and acknowledge your dear ones. Count your blessings and acknowledge your dear ones. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. You might also be getting some good news soon. And I feel that the greatest news that you will ever get is being able to live the life that is yours in peace, harmony, and without the whole reluctance of. Rebels, I love you so much. And as always, make your life do what it needs to do for you. And that's what really matters. Go Rebels.